Hello and welcome. You are watching Gravitas Plus. I am Molly Gambhir. In India, as the probe into the Delhi blast continues, a separate major investigation is unfolding. Authorities have exposed the country's first such bioterror plot. It centers around ricin. What exactly is ricin? That's the immediate question that arises. Simply put, it is derived from the castor plant that makes castor oil. What makes it scary, though, is that there is no antidote, and it is at its deadliest when inhaled. Just to break this down further for you, ricin is made from castor beans, the same substance used to make castor oil. What does ricin do to the human body? Here's what's known. Symptoms of ricin poisoning may begin within less than 10 hours of exposure. They vary depending on whether it was injected, inhaled, or eaten. When inhaled, symptoms include difficulty in breathing, fever, cough, sweating, tightness in the chest. Death occurs after blood pressure plummets and breathing stops. When swallowed, ricin causes vomiting, diarrhea, dehydration, seizures. Within several days, liver, spleen and the kidneys might stop working and the poisoned person could die. Ricin basically prevents the cells from making the proteins they need. Death can occur within 36 to 72 hours of exposure, and there is no known antidote, like we said. Treatment includes use of respirators, fluids, flushing the stomach, treating low blood pressure. Ricin is classified by the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention as a Category B bioterrorism agent and listed under Schedule 1 of the Chemical Weapons Convention. So far in India, the Gujarat Anti-Terrorism Squad, ATS, has arrested 3 men, including a foreign-trained doctor allegedly attempting to produce ricin and planning attacks across India. Earlier, the Gujarat ATS recovered a sealed blue drum containing hazardous liquid, a seed oil press, sieves, funnels, industrial solvents, and several bottles of acetone from a house in Hyderabad, described as a workshop. And this is where the main accused, Dr. Ahmad Mohyuddin Saeed, a foreign medical graduate from China, was allegedly trying to isolate and concentrate ricin. A second ATS team was in Uttar Pradesh, following leads on the other 2 accused, 20-year-old Azad Suleiman Sheikh and 23-year-old Mohammad Sohail. Investigators say the trio surveyed potential targets. New details showing the 2 UP-based suspects studied at the same madrasa in Muzaffarnagar. Investigators say the 2 held extremist ideology, conducted reconnaissance of crowded locations, and sourced weapons allegedly sent by drone from Pakistan under a handler linked to ISIS Khorasan province. It's important to note here, there is no established link between this ricin case and the car blast near Delhi's Red Fort. Earlier, ricin has made its presence felt in different cases around the world. Way back in 1978, during the Cold War, a Bulgarian dissident was assassinated in London with a ricin-laced pellet fired from a modified umbrella. Another Bulgarian dissident survived in a separate ricin incident that year in Paris. During World War I and II, several nations researched it as a possible chemical weapon reportedly. It was never deployed, but it remained on intelligence radars. In 2003, British police raided a London flat and found traces of ricin linked to a North African extremist cell operating in the UK. In 2018, one of Europe's most serious ricin threats emerged when the German police caught a couple inspired by ISIS for building a ricin bomb inside their apartment. The German police seized enough to cause mass casualties, one of the largest ricin finds ever recorded in Europe. And across Europe, there have been multiple arrests of ISIS-inspired individuals trying to extract ricin from castor beans for crude weapons. In the year 2020, an envelope addressed to the White House and intercepted by the US authorities contained a substance identified as ricin. In fact, there have been numerous incidents involving envelopes mailed with ricin to US officials. According to this source, between 1978 and 2025, over 40 ricin-related plots or incidents have been documented worldwide. However, none have resulted in mass casualties. So as you can tell, ricin has been a global security concern for decades. In India, the ATS is still piecing together the intent, the capability, also the extent of the conspiracy. But one thing is clear: the reappearance of ricin in any such investigation is a serious concern. Overall, the threat of biological warfare has made its presence felt time and again. Remember earlier, a case of alleged smuggling of biological materials into the US surfaced. Chinese nationals were charged for attempting to smuggle a crop-damaging fungus. Biological weapons, simply put, involve the use of viruses, bacteria, biological material to inflict harm. And in cases where it's used by nation-states, it's referred to as biowarfare. And when it's used by non-state actors, it is called bioterrorism, just to put this simply. Overall, over time, with such cases coming to light and the threat looming large, this is a major concern, a threat that cannot be taken lightly.